You ever leave an audition and think to yourself, I did the work. Why am I not booking? Why haven't I booked yet? Or why has it been such a long time since I've booked? Chances are it has nothing to do with your prep, has nothing to do with your technique, and it may have everything to do with your energy. Now, in this industry, as actors, there's a lot that we cannot control. And what if I were to share with you, there are things that you can control that would greatly stack the odds in your favor. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 reasons why you may not be booking, and they have nothing to do with your talent. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Aaron Lloyd. I'm a professional actor by trade and passion and a dual elite neuroencoding specialist by purpose. And what that means is that I help people default to the best by eliminating the thieves of their dreams. Thieves like procrastination, hesitation, fear of failure, fear of success, self-doubt, self-loathing, imposter syndrome, fear of rejection, overwhelm, and stress. Now, I have used these principles that I'm going to go through in this video to book a 5-figure national commercial to the day that I wanted it. So let's dive in. So point number 1, your thoughts are broadcasting fear. Look, your thoughts don't stay in your head. What do I mean by that? Every thought that you've had since birth to now, to what you're thinking while you're watching this, it broadcasts a frequency. And that's consciously and unconsciously. The challenge is that a lot of people aren't aware of their subconscious thoughts. That's what it means. It's subconscious. It's not in your conscious thought. And there are thoughts that you have been conditioned to through your subconscious that now make its way into your consciousness. Now, what do I mean by that? Every thought that you have has a frequency. So if you go into the room or while you're prepping, you're thinking, man, I hope they like me, or I hope I book this, or man, I wonder what they're looking for, that's going to create resistance, and it's not going to have you show up as your best self and have you produce your best work, and it's also not going to emit the frequency that you want. So here's a quick in-demand actor tip. How about you start shifting and thinking this one thought that can shift it all for you. How would I show up if I already knew I had the role? How would I show up if I knew this was going to be an amazing audition? How would I show up if I just wanted to have fun today and do what I love to do? Point number 2. Your breath is out of sync with your body. Now, we as actors understand the value that breath has in our instrument for our capacity to give our best work. Whether you be trained or untrained, consciously or unconsciously, you understand the value that breath is going to hold for you being your best self. Now, here's some science behind that. When you don't breathe, what happens is you're telling your body and your nervous system that it's not safe right now. You're going to kick into your fight or flight. And even if you do this during an audition, during your self-tape, or whatever it is, what's happening is that you feel it and the casting director feels it. They might not be able to put their finger on why they feel it, and they feel it. So here's an in-demand actor tip for yourself. Be conscious as you can about your breath when you're going into the audition room, or even if you're doing a self-tape. Understand and be aware, do a body scan of where you are. Take a deep breath, do some power breathing. There's all kinds of different ones as well. So you definitely want to do that and set a routine. And also, here's an extra tip. When you did book, if you have booked already, what were you focusing on then? How were you showing up? If this was just another day on set for you, and you've been on set for a year as a series regular, how would you be showing up to work? How would you be showing up breathing? Implement that, and it will make a difference for your next audition. Give it a try. Point number 3. Your emotional state is not in alignment. Listen, it's very clear, and this is science-based what I'm going to share with you. When your emotions are more happy and positive, you literally glow a little bit more with energy. When you're fearful, when you're desperate, when you have that kind of fearful energy, your energy actually shrinks. That's what happens. And you notice that. If you're ever playing a character that was a little depressed or whatever, what are you going to do? Your body's going to shrink. But not only is your body shrinking, your energy, that frequency is diminishing as well. And everything is vibration, everything is frequency. Right? You can look this up. This is science. So just think about it. When people are confident, are you more drawn into those people, or are you more repelled? When people are fearful and nervous and scatterbrained like that, are you more like, hey man, backing away a little bit, or are you moving in? So this is the difference between actors that have it versus those that don't. Your energy and your emotions are not in alignment. So here's a key in-demand actor insight. The energy behind your performance is just as important as your performance. Now, what do I mean by that? When you're preparing for your audition, make sure your energy and your emotions are in alignment. You can couple this with your breath. Point number 4, you're feeding your energy the wrong input. Listen, your input equals your output. What do I mean by that? What you constantly consume, what you're constantly putting in your body, in your eyes, in your mind, in your emotions, is going to be what flows out. It's as simple as that, point blank, period. Now, just the same way that you put food in your body and that gives you nourishment and nutrition, the same thing that you put what you're scrolling on, what you're looking, what you're consuming, causes fear or causes confidence or causes doubt. Now, I don't have time to go into the mechanics and like that whole shebang right there. And what I will say is this: right now in our industry, I'd be lying if I said that there aren't some factual truths that the industry is kind of constricting a little bit, that there are a little bit less jobs, things like that. And let me share with you that during times of like stress or constriction or contraction, there's massive opportunity. When we had a strike, I think it was like 2 years ago, two or 3 years ago now, the SAG-AFTRA strike, using the principles that I'm sharing with you on this right now, I was on set the first day of the strike. Not for a TV or film production, but for a national commercial production, which wasn't in the jurisdiction of the strike. So I was on set while the rest of the world was having a nightmare. I was living a dream. And I don't think I'm so special that you can't do the same thing. I just use some of these principles in there, and I have a very specific in-demand system and formula called the 60-20-20 in-demand formula that I consistently use to be able to have things show up. It's just the way it is. So I was on set for the first day. That deal earned me 5 figures to the day that I wanted it, and I had that. I was on set to the day that I wanted it. So your input equals your output. So if you're watching and reading these articles beyond just being aware of what's happening in the industry, you ruminate on it and you keep on scrolling on it, that's going to diminish your own excellence and your own in-demand opportunity. So here's a key in-demand actor insight. Your mind, your body, and your emotions are your batteries. Protect its charge. And last but not least, point number 5, you have not yet learned to charge yourself like a magnet. Just like metal becomes magnetic when bombarded with electricity, you become more magnetic when your thoughts, your emotions, and your body are all in alignment. That's the it factor. That's what casting directors feel. That's what you will feel when you show up aligned for your auditions. And you've probably had this experience before. You just know you crushed the audition. And whether or not you got the role or not didn't matter so much because of the frequency that you're putting out. You knew you did great work. Now, would that stack the odds in your favor or would it not? Right? So you become more magnetic when you have your thoughts, your emotions, and your mind all aligned for what it is that you want. And that thing that you want, which is out there, wants you too. That's magnetism. That's the difference between the law of attraction and magnetism. And it's not woo, by the way. It's not woo-woo, it's physics. Now, I'd be doing you a massive disservice if I did not let you know about the workshop I have, which I've linked down below, which is going to teach you how to integrate these 5 points into your life, into your career, so you can see what kind of magic happens for you. In the training, you're gonna learn more about the principles as well as how you can apply these directly to your life and your circumstance so you can start to stack the odds in your favor. Your thoughts, your breath, your emotions, they're your toolkit. You are powerful beyond all measure. And once you understand that, once you align with it, then magic can happen for you as well. Now, is life always going to be perfect? Absolutely not. Life is gonna life for everybody. And there are ways in which you can snap out of it and get things done and get further faster. So if you enjoyed this, please comment below which of these points are your favorite and how you're gonna apply it to your life and your acting career. Till next time, it's your boy, Aaron Lloyd. I'm out. Peace.